What up, racers? Fifth race of the season. We're headed to France. Let's start with a quick 3-round, 3-lap race with the amateurs. We got a new amateur hitting the track. We got number 51. He's highlighted right now. 51 Gonk for Jody Racing, along with Gordon, Joy, Fritz, and Carr. We're going to, like I said, we're going to head to France. We're going to do 5 cars. And then we're going to have 3 laps with no qualifier. And again, these are just pre-races. These are just the pre-race heats so that we can get some of our amateurs some races under their belt. And here we are right here. Got 5 guys on the track. 3 laps here in France. Justin Carr is in the lead right now in the 41 car. Gordon takes him on the inside. Carr takes him again on the outside. Good race so far here on lap number 1. And again, these are all of our amateurs. When you start the league, you start off as an amateur in the kart races. You race in pre-race heats. The next race will be the RC Pro-Ams. That's the next step after you are an amateur. So once you get through here, you go to RC Pro-Am, and after RC Pro-Am, you make your decision as to whether you're going the F1 track or the NASCAR track. Carr's got a pretty sizable lead here on the 85 car Fritz, with Gordon in the 77 car in second now. Was just going to be in third, but is now in second. We are now on the last lap of the amateur preheat. Carr's been leading this pretty much from start to finish. Looking like the hot car today. Gonk in his debut, not far behind. So Gonk hanging in there, looking pretty good. Coming up on Joy in the 47 car. We've got a new leader, number 77, Gordon. He's got a pretty sizable lead here coming on the straightaway. Looks like he's going to hold this. It's going to be Gordon, Carr, and Fritz. Then Joy and Gonk. So congratulations to Gonk making his debut. Only finished less than 3 seconds behind. So a good overall race for all of those cars. So of course, after the amateur race, that was the pre-race heat. We are going into the RC Pro-Ams. These are your 20 drivers. Take a look. The last race was won by Robinson. Edward finished second in that race, and Cargo finished third. Right now atop the leaderboard, we've got Bubba Wilson for Top Gun Racing with 72 points, Ethan Letterman Jr. for Invisible Elephant at 65, and Bubba Tree for BS Racing at 61. Yes, we have 2, count them, 2 Bubbas in the top 3 positions. So like the last race of the amateurs, we're going to France. There's going to be 20 cars in this race. And we're going to have 10 laps, and there's going to be a 1-round qualifying lap. So like I say, broken record. This is the qualifying lap. This is all of the qualifying laps superimposed on each other. These aren't all of the cars on the track at the same time. It saves us from having to do 20 different laps, 20 different qualifiers. This is just a quick way to see where everyone is going to finish on the grid. So in 4th place overall in the point standings is Tony. Edward is 5th. Aviard is 6th. And Cargo is 7th, and Robinson. That's what we look like here in the top spots. So Ethan Letterman Jr., Invisible Elephant's going to take the pole, followed by Cabral and Tony. So lap number 1, this is everybody on the track at the same time. I think we're going to have another one of those awesome constructors races as well. Things are looking like they're going to heat up as time progresses. But Top Gun is out to a pretty hefty lead here in the RC Pro-Am, already up 7 points on Invisible Elephant. Joshua in the 44 car is in first. Ethan Letterman just steals it away from him. The inside joke last year was Invisible Elephant won just about everything. And guess what? Invisible Elephant is in first right now. We've got Robinson, who won the last race for Top Gun Racing, trying to make a move here in third, using a lot of boost there. But Letterman's got a sizable lead still. Let's take a look at some other, go back here. Seb Vett sitting currently in fifth, battling with Jenkins in sixth, with Cabral from Quiet Racing not too far behind. Quiet's had a tough start to the season after being pretty competitive last year. Let's take a look at this race here. Sometimes we like to zoom in and see some of these battles. Cabral and Seb Vett battling right now. Top right of the screen is your tire bar. Tells you where you're at on your tires and the wear and tear. And then the green bar over the cars is actually the damage bar. Damage gets picked up when you run into other drivers or you run into walls. But this is a pretty good battle right there. Not a lot of banging around. Seb Vett took some damage on that. And then Cabral is going to take him on the inside 33 car. Nice battle there. Cabral moves into sixth place. Back at the leader, we've got Ethan Letterman. Still looking pretty good. Decent size second lead over the 44 car Joshua. Joshua sits on the bottom half of the leaderboard for Cobra Kai Racing. So Cobra Kai could really use a solid output from Joshua today. Joshua sits in 15th currently. I was just looking at the retabulations. He sits in 15th. Letterman now has a pretty good lead. Finley is now snuck up. Well, Joshua overtook him again. Let's look at that battle. Finley right back into second in the 15 car for Gunner Motors. And then Robinson, last week's winner, is currently in fourth. Nice boost there by Joshua, trying to get around Finley, and actually gets around him and then boosts the curb, but then Finley takes him back on the inside. Let's zoom in here and take a look at this race. This is a battle right here, guys, of Robinson, Finley, and Joshua. And Robinson moves all the way up into second again in the purple Top Gun car, but then Finley takes him. Joshua also overtakes Robinson. Looked like Robinson kind of spun out there on that one turn, dropped a couple of spots. So let's zoom out a little bit, see a little bit more of the race. Scroll through some of the guys right here. We've got Edward and Tree, both guys from BS Racing, sitting in 10th and 11th currently. Got a couple of guys who have pit so far. I say it in most of the races, the best place to be is in first. As you can see, Ethan Letterman's damage bar is still full, although he definitely needs to make a pit here soon as his tire wear is down. But it looks like since there's only 10 laps, he's going to try to make this himself. Finley now has the lead. Both of the leaders, a lot of the leaders right now have low tires, so they're going to have a tough time on some of these turns as this race progresses over the last lap and a half. But Finley looking good. Finley's currently in 17th. Does not have a podium finish yet, but looking good here as we're heading into the last lap. We've got Finley, Letterman, and then a huge battle right here with 3 wide. Cabral, Robinson, and Joshua. Wow, look at that battle. That's a beautiful thing right there. But Finley's looking rough now. Letterman's just boosting all the way. Letterman's going to take this. Congratulations to Ethan Letterman. This is his 3rd win already of the season. That's going to put him in first. Excuse me, got a losing my voice here. So it's going to be Letterman, Finley, Cabral, Jenkins, Robinson, Joshua, Sebvet, Reynolds, Avier, and Perez finishing things out here. But man, Invisible Elephant. Raise your hand if you're sick of hearing about Invisible Elephant. Gotta tell you, Mark Dudney's got a great team. And there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about it. He's an active owner. He's got good racers. And is building out some really nice cars. So it's Ethan Letterman Jr., Invisible Elephant, followed by Gunner Motorsports, Finley in the 15 car, and look at Cabral. Cabral gets a podium finish. 18th is where Cabral sits. Hasn't finished well in any of his races so far, but snags a podium finish. Congratulations to Cabral. And here are the rest. You got Jenkins, Robinson, Joshua, Sebvet, Reynolds, Avier, Perez. And let's look at the bottom 10 with Tony. 2 guys from BS Racing, Edward and Tree. Ganache, Wilson, Romeo, Cargo, Barry, Unknown, and Bacon for Team Hoonigan. So that's going to be all for this specific race. The RC Pro-Am 5th race of the season goes to Ethan Letterman and Invisible Elephant. And congratulations on Finley and Cabral both snagging their first podium finishes of the season. And in 11 minutes, we've got this video done. Deuces, people. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. And good luck and have a great rest of the week. Next scheduled races are this Sunday.